Dr. Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
You hear me? Give my creation life!
Allow me, master.
Oh, thanks very much.
The untold story of Young Frankenstein's cast will absolutely stun you. Mel Brooks's 1974 masterpiece earned 2 Oscar nominations and grossed $86 million. But here's the heartbreaking truth about the 7 core actors we're covering today. Every single one is now gone. Hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss this. Gene Wilder as Dr. Frederick Frankenstein. Gene Wilder was 40 years old when he stepped into the role of Dr. Frederick Frankenstein. And here's what most people don't know. He didn't just star in this movie. He co-wrote the entire screenplay with Mel Brooks. According to some accounts, Wilder preferred Brooks stay behind the camera to preserve the film's illusion, and it worked brilliantly. Born Jerome Silberman on June 11, 1933, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Wilder had already earned an Oscar nomination for The Producers in 1967 and became a beloved icon as Willy Wonka in 1971. But 1974 was his year. Both Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein released in the same year, cementing his status as one of comedy's greatest talents. But behind the laughter was profound tragedy. In 1984, Wilder married Gilda Radner, the brilliant Saturday Night Live comedian. They were inseparable. When she died of ovarian cancer in 1989, Wilder was devastated. He channeled his grief into activism, helping found Gilda's Club to support cancer patients and their families. After his final acting role in 2003, a Will and Grace guest appearance that won him an Emmy, Wilder retired from Hollywood and turned to writing novels. He battled Alzheimer's disease for 3 years, keeping it secret so children who loved him as Willy Wonka wouldn't be saddened. On August 29, 2016, Gene Wilder died at age 83. And here's the detail that will break your heart. As he lay dying, his music player, set to random, changed to Over the Rainbow by Ella Fitzgerald, his all-time favorite song. His estate was valued at $20 million, but his true legacy was the joy he brought to millions. Peter Boyle as the monster. Peter Boyle was 38 when he played Frankenstein's monster. And here's what most people don't know. Before becoming an actor, he wanted to be a monk. He spent 3 years in a monastery before choosing the stage over the pulpit. Born October 18, 1935, in Norristown, Pennsylvania, Boyle broke through with the gritty 1970 film Joe before landing his iconic role as the tap-dancing, puttin' on the Ritz singing monster in Young Frankenstein. The famous musical number required numerous takes because the cast kept breaking character with laughter. But stop and hear this. Boyle married journalist Lorraine Alterman in 1977, and his best man was John Lennon. Yes, that John Lennon. Boyle met the Beatles legend through Lorraine's friendship with Yoko Ono, and the two became close friends. Their first daughter, Lucy, was born just 2 days after Lennon's murder in 1980. After Young Frankenstein, Boyle appeared in Taxi Driver and won an Emmy for his guest role in The X-Files. But his biggest success came later in life when he was cast as Frank Barone in Everybody Loves Raymond. He played the cranky, scene-stealing father for 9 seasons, earning 7 Emmy nominations, yet heartbreakingly, he never won. He was the only main cast member left unhonored. In 1999, Boyle survived a heart attack on the Raymond set and managed to complete the series. But on December 12, 2006, he died at 71 from multiple myeloma and heart disease. His estimated net worth was $8 million. Ray Romano said it best. He gave me great advice, always made me laugh. Marty Feldman as Igor. Marty Feldman was 39 when he played Igor, and here's what most people don't know. Those unforgettable bulging eyes weren't just for show. They were the result of Graves' disease and eye surgery after a car accident. What could have been a liability became his signature. Born July 8, 1934, in East London to Ukrainian Jewish immigrants, Feldman started as a comedy writer before Gene Wilder saw him on television and thought, "That's my Igor." Wilder wrote the part specifically for him. Now, everyone remembers the Igor joke, but here's the real story. That line was in the script. What wasn't scripted was Feldman's shifting hump, the gag where Igor's hump mysteriously moves from shoulder to shoulder. When Dr. Frankenstein asks about it, Igor simply replies, "What hump?" Mel Brooks loved the improvisation so much he kept it in. Feldman won the first ever Saturn Award for Best Supporting Actor. Behind the scenes, Feldman was married to Loretta Sullivan from 1959 until his death. Despite his unconventional appearance, those who knew him said he was highly attractive to women and full of charm. But he was also a heavy smoker, 4 to 5 packs of cigarettes a day. On December 2, 1982, while filming the pirate comedy Yellowbeard in Mexico City, Feldman suffered a massive heart attack in his hotel room. He was only 48 years old. His friend Graham Chapman, yes, from Monty Python, was with him when he died. The high altitude of Mexico City, his heavy smoking, and underlying cardiovascular issues created a perfect storm. His estimated net worth at death was between $2 and $5 million. Gene Wilder later called him the heart of Young Frankenstein. The film was dedicated to his memory. Friends, if these stories are moving you, hit that like button right now and share this video with someone who loves classic comedy. These legends deserve to be remembered. Now let's continue. Cloris Leachman as Frau Blücher. Cloris Leachman was 48 when she terrified horses as Frau Blücher. And here's what most people don't know. According to interviews, she was nervous about performing a German accent. She sought help from people on set, and her slow, deliberate delivery of "I am Frau Blücher" came from trying so hard to get it right. The result? Comedy gold. Born April 30th, 1926, in Des Moines, Iowa, Leachman had already won an Oscar for The Last Picture Show in 1971 before signing on with Mel Brooks. She would appear in 3 of his films, Young Frankenstein, High Anxiety, and History of the World Part 1. But her true dominance was on television. She won 8 Emmys, one of the most awarded actresses in TV history, and earned 22 nominations. She created the iconic character Phyllis on The Mary Tyler Moore Show, which led to her own successful spin-off. Leachman's personal life held tragedy. Her son Brian England was found dead in 1986 at age 30, yet she kept working. At 82, she became the oldest contestant ever on Dancing with the Stars. A lifelong vegetarian, she posed in lettuce for PETA at age 83, never losing her rebellious spirit. On January 27, 2021, Cloris Leachman died at 94 from a stroke, with COVID-19 as a contributing factor. Her estimated net worth was $10 million. Mel Brooks said it perfectly. "Every time I hear a horse whinny, I will forever think of Cloris's unforgettable Frau Blücher." Teri Garr as Inga. Teri Garr was 29 when she played Inga, the flirtatious lab assistant, and here's what most people don't know. She based her memorable German accent on Renata, a German wig maker who worked on the Sonny and Cher show, where Garr was a regular dancer. Born December 11, 1944, in Ohio, Garr had performed as a background dancer in 9 Elvis Presley films before breaking into comedy. When Gene Wilder recommended her to Mel Brooks, Brooks asked, "Can she act?" According to Brooks, Wilder replied, "Who gives a shit?" Garr read half a page and was hired immediately. Her line about enormous Schwanzstücker
He would have an enormous Schwanzstücker
became one of cinema's most memorable euphemisms. After Young Frankenstein, Garr's career exploded. She earned an Oscar nomination for Tootsie in 1982 and became David Letterman's favorite guest, appearing over 30 times on Late Night with flirty, hilarious banter. On Friends, she played Phoebe's birth mother in 3 beloved episodes. But behind the scenes, Garr was suffering. Symptoms of multiple sclerosis began in 1983. She wasn't officially diagnosed until 1999, but kept it secret for years, terrified it would end her career. When she finally went public on Larry King Live in 2002, she became a powerful advocate for MS awareness. In 2006, she survived a brain aneurysm before retiring from acting in 2011. On October 29, 2024, just months ago, Teri Garr died at 79 from complications of multiple sclerosis. Her estimated net worth was $4 million. She's often cited as an influence by later generations of comic actresses who admired how she elevated the ditzy blonde archetype with intelligence and warmth. Madeline Kahn as Elizabeth. Madeline Kahn was 31 when she played Elizabeth, Dr. Frankenstein's uptight fiancée. And here's what most people don't know. She was a trained opera singer who could hit high C. That skill exploded onto the screen in the infamous bedroom scene where Elizabeth reaches climax while belting "Sweet Mystery of Life" in full operatic voice. Born September 29, 1942, in Boston, Kahn had been nominated for 2 Oscars in the same year, 1974, for both Paper Moon and Blazing Saddles. She appeared in 4 Mel Brooks films, and he once said she was one of the most talented people that ever lived. In 1993, After 3 Tony nominations, she finally won for The Sisters Rosenzweig. Her Broadway triumph came after a controversial moment in her career. She'd been cast in the film Mame in 1974, but was replaced. Some accounts suggest the timing helped clear her schedule for Blazing Saddles, though the exact circumstances remain disputed. In September 1998, Kahn was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. She continued filming episodes of Cosby while undergoing chemotherapy, determined to keep working. When she went public in November 1999, she said she hoped to raise awareness of the disease. On October 6, 1999, just 2 months before her death, she married her longtime companion John Hansberry in a hospital ceremony. Madeline Kahn died December 3, 1999, at 57. Her estimated net worth was $10 million. Today, a bench in Central Park is dedicated to her memory. Tragically, both she and Gilda Radner, Gene Wilder's wife, died of ovarian cancer. 2 brilliant comedic actresses taken far too soon. Kenneth Mars as Inspector Kemp. Kenneth Mars was 38 when he played Inspector Kemp, the one-armed, monocled police inspector with an accent so thick even the German villagers can't understand him. Here's what most people don't know. He became known as Mel Brooks's go-to German character actor, having already played the Nazi playwright in The Producers 7 years earlier. Born April 4, 1935 in Chicago, Mars graduated from Northwestern University in the late 1950s with a degree in fine arts and drama. His Inspector Kemp character wore an elaborate mechanical arm inspired by Lionel Atwill's performance in the 1939 film Son of Frankenstein, a brilliant homage that elevated the parody. After Young Frankenstein, Mars built an extraordinary voice acting career. He voiced King Triton in Disney's The Little Mermaid and Grandpa Longneck in the Land Before Time series from 1994 to 2008. On television, he played Otto Mancusser, the dim-witted German ranch owner on Malcolm in the Middle. Kenneth Mars died February 12, 2011, at 75 from pancreatic cancer. His estimated net worth was between $1 and $3 million. He was a master of the farcical accent, creating characters that were simultaneously ridiculous and strangely endearing. They didn't just make a comedy classic, they lived. All 7 are gone now, with Teri Garr the last to pass just months ago. Yet Mel Brooks, turning 100 this June, outlived them all. Share this video to honor their incredible legacy. Until next time, take very good care of yourselves.